right, greetings and hotep. So let me okay. Okay, see that right? Now, do I need to keep my face in the live the whole time, God? Yes. Okay. So for some reason, the Creator wants me to be face in the entire time. You have a notification. You have a notification. Notification. I don't know how to turn off the notifications, so you all just endure. The hackers are having a angry time right now. When I started the live, they started to interrupt because I have been praying ever since this there's a young, light skinned, little skinny male that is living in the neighbor's yard, the side yard, in between these two light greenhouses. This house is kind of like a dirty green. It needs to be repainted. But the Jamaican people next door, their houses are pretty recently painted light green. So in between these two houses, about 2 weeks ago, appeared this white Dodge Charger with black accents. And I believe that this young man has been sent by either Thomas Stewart or Divine Creator, Truthful Answers Only, Clarence Joseph Washington Jr., somebody who is trying to make it seem like I'm in a relationship with this young man. I don't speak to him. I saw him and I got a negative feeling, so I don't even speak to him. He sits in the car. I pay attention to the things that take place. This morning at 2 a.m., that car crunk up as soon as I woke up, and I was like, well, what the hell going on? Angola got up and went immediately to the bathroom. Sometimes I'm laying here asleep, and she has her light on because she's drawing. So I'll say, do you have the camera on? Is the camera on? Because I think that they tap into the camera on the phone. So I don't want them having pictures of me laying somewhere asleep and they're cutting and splicing and making videos and shit. So I always tell her, turn the camera off, turn the mic off, like that. So as soon as I woke up, she went up and went to the bathroom. I told you, in my opinion, her movements have been suspicious lately. So I've been praying and asking God to help me. Now, as she came back from the bathroom, the dog had kicked over the bag of, like empty water bottles, empty tea bottles. It's in here in the house. So I said, pick that stuff up and put it back in the bag for me and then tie it and just sit it out the door. So she was like, eh. And then she went to the door. This is 2 o'clock in the morning. She says, Mom, the door is unlocked. So I want to get upset, but it's like, what can you really do? So I'm like, okay, you should have pushed this damn sofa in front of this door when you first had the problem with the door being unlocked. So I told her I'm going to get the recliner. And she's like, oh, Mom, I can't go back to sleeping in a recliner now. When she was sleeping in the recliner, she said she enjoyed it. But I guess now that she's stretched out in the bed, she enjoys that more. I said, well, Angola, you're up all night anyway. So by the time you sleep, you can lay down and stretch out. I'm the one who, usually goes to sleep in the nighttime. She said, oh, yeah, that's true. So I started thinking about the time that Abby left the door unlocked, and I was wondering if she was trying to help her dad's daughter, who I think that's who that is in that olive green Dodge Charger. Somebody connected to Abraham Vada Jones. It's got dark tint, so I can't really see who's in there. One time it could be his daughter, another time it could be his son, another time it could be his other baby mama, or even his two grown children. He has a girl and a boy. They're nearing 40 years old or in their early 40s. It could be their mom. People still stay connected. It doesn't matter that the children are grown, they still stay connected to one another. It could be the new baby mama. He said he had another baby after my daughter was born. She will be 15 this year. So he could have a baby younger than 15, and that's another baby mama. I don't know. I just know that when I see that green Dodge Charger, I think Abraham. And so last week when we saw the olive green Dodge Charger, I asked her, oh, I said, is that the car? She's like, oh, no, that's not green. I said, look at it again. And she said, yes, it was. So I'm thinking, now my daughter has beyond 20/20 vision, so how she didn't see olive green? So again, I'm wondering if they are cohorting with people behind the scenes against me to create a negative narrative that is authenticated by children that are living with me because they done been promised something. So I said, Lord, why are they here? So a lady walked in to Five Below as we were standing outside. Angola was opening up her earphones to make sure that they work. Because when you're shopping at City Trend, Dollar Tree, Walmart, a lot of this garbage, when you buy it, you open it up brand new and it doesn't work. So you have to check it because, they got two or three little skinny wires in it that is not working properly. And it's the same lady that asked us about Cash App at the Heartline bus station. So I'm like, okay, she's connected. So why is she coming in the store here? And so I started just querying my mind. And what I got was she may be one of my doppelgangers. She has a credit card, a pay card, or some kind of card in my name. And they follow me around and they'll go to the same store I go to. Now, we use cash because we don't have any credit cards or anything. If we're sent Cash App, my daughter can do some kind of tap pay on the phone. So they come to the same store, spend up a lot of money, and probably sell it online on eBay, or maybe she and Letitia go to the flea market over at Plant City and they sell it there. But the debt is in my name, right? And it makes it look like I'm doing the shopping because the cell phone is going to ping the same place because she walked right past us. So that's what I started thinking. Now, about this young, skinny, light skinned fellow here next door living in the neighbor's yard. I keep saying, Lord, why is he here? And first I thought, I'm going to call the FBI and ask them to come and check out the guy that's over here. And then I thought, you can't do that to a black man because shit, he might end up in all kind of trouble. And he wasn't doing anything but visiting his auntie or uncle. So I pulled back. And then today I'm thinking, well, if God gave you that thought, you should have went with it because more than likely he's not righteous and he's not doing a righteous thing. So you need to stop trying to save people who, if he's legit, he'll end up okay. So I have not yet called the FBI to say, hey, come check this white car out in the neighbor's yard. Something ain't right. Now, I just said that, and it sounds like I heard that car, the engine turn over. So, what I think is he has a phone that belongs to a man or a woman that is trying to pretend that we live together. So, the phones will ping in the same area. So, if he's there all day or he leaves the phone in the car, when they go to court and say, yeah, man, we live together, da 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 da, I'm always at her house. When they show the cell phone record, then you see this phone, my daughter's phone, but it's in my name. It's going to ping the same place as this phone next door because he's in the neighbor's yard, right? So I am going to stop just letting things slide. I'm going to deal with him being over there, even if I have to go over there and ask him, hey, why are you here all of a sudden? And you may think that's kind of forward, but nowadays people are not righteous. So if you at least address them and ask the question, you can read their body language. Monday, I saw the mail guy and I said, "Do you have mail for here? I'm expecting mail." "Oh, well, I got a couple of pieces this week, but it was just junk mail." I said, "Okay, well," he told me that out of his mouth. Now, I talked to him on 32nd Street and he knew exactly the house. I said, "Well, if you have mail for me," and I gave him my last name, I said, "you knock on the door and you give me my mail." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, yeah." Now, I haven't seen him since then. Now, today is Thursday, but yesterday, what I did see is the Amazon truck riding the opposite way down the one-way street in the opposite direction. So, if you've been keeping, okay, I'm listening to Tarot, but I'm going to have to just turn that off. It seems distracting. Should I leave it on? Yes, I'm going to let it play because I'm learning to do three things at once again. So the when I saw the Amazon driver, I thought, okay, well, that's the look like the same guy who was supposed to be coming and trying to kill me. Now, sounds crazy, right? But you've seen movies where the mafia pays for the gas company to come, and there are men dressed in uniforms that says the gas company, but they're not really the gas company. They come in the house, they put cameras in, they come in, they kill the people and, take the body out. And all the neighbors can say is, well, they had the gas company come over there yesterday, but it wasn't the gas company, it was assassins. So I pay attention to the energy that I feel even when I see FedEx. I'm questioning whether or not this Italian looking guy is actually working for the U.S. Postal Company. So I'm going to contact the postmaster and ask him for a picture of the mail carrier that delivers mail to this property so that I can make sure that that's actually the mail guy. I'm telling you all these specifics because as we move along in this society, the drugs are drying up. Now, with marijuana becoming legal, the street people took a big hit. The government is making that big time money now. And the other drugs that people enjoy are under the allopaticians. Your fentanyl, they need the roofies, they need the Rehypnol, I think it's called. They need their Percocets. They need their, what's some of the other stuff that people use now? The pill poppers. I said fentanyl. I said roofies. Ecstasy, I think is still a big deal. Lean, that has to come from a prescription. I think that's some kind of way. Heroin mixed with something else. I watch music videos and they talk about it, so I'm pretty sure that's heroin mixed in there. I think heroin is still a problem, and I guess that's still an illegally trafficked drug. So those people who are criminal minded, they have to find new ways. So now what they're doing is putting cameras in places and sex trafficking people through the videos, learning how to hack into people's phones, sex trafficking people through their own devices, and some that are just really low down organ trafficking. There's others that are doing the insurance scams, insuring family members and then faking their deaths, even though they're still alive, marrying their friends and other people to family members that are single. They don't know they're married. And that way, these people can, illegal aliens can become citizens and then steal inheritances from their family members. So they have found new criminal ways to make money and not become legitimate citizens. So that's what I think is happening here. The young guy that's in that white car next door. Now, the reason I think it's connected to Thomas is because when I went over there to talk to Thomas to ask him to tell me the truth for my birthday, he said that his friend, I don't know his friend's name, I call him the music man. He sells, for years, he sold like mixtapes and stuff and then mixed CDs. He said he got a white Corvette with, did he tell me a white Corvette? He got a white Corvette with black. And I'm thinking, huh. So he's been over here paying attention to people coming through here because, should I say that part? There is a white Corvette that moves through this neighborhood with black accents. Now, the car that this young man is driving is not a Corvette. It seems like it's like a Dodge Charger or maybe even an off-brand car that is, tries to mimic the Dodge Charger look, a cheaper model car with the white. So whatever it is, it's still scammy. Now, that means that that young man is also a hacker. So that's a crime that I need to report to the Department of Homeland Security, ICE department, and to the courts also because I'm pretty sure they're turning in doctored text messages and pictures and cell phone records and him being this close to me every day. He's been there probably about 2 weeks now, is a real problem. Now, there's another car up the block. It's an old, kind of like rusty gray car. Last week, when I walked past that car, there was a dog that looked just like my dog sitting in the passenger seat. It's at the corner house where I think Donnie used to be. Um, I haven't seen that gray truck in a while. But because they're appearing on my live feed when the CIA and the FBI are investigating, they have to get a new car, a new vehicle. Okay, I was waiting to skip that video, but this is not skippable. So I'm going to, if I can't skip the ads, then I just don't even watch the video. Sometimes when I'm in a good mood, I watch through the ads so that they can make more money off of it. So these criminals, especially these coven criminals, their full-time job is to tear down people's lives, destroy their lives, find out what kind of money they have attached to them, steal their mail, forward their mail, intercept their phone calls, clone their phones, pretend to be, business people that they need to return phone calls to. I guess now what they're trying to do is steal my FEMA check. They're waiting around to usurp my FEMA check from the postmaster. The inspector and the FEMA people already know. So I just figured, okay, if they steal that check, then a couple more of them are going to go to prison. And then we have less hackers out on the street. What I'm hoping and praying is that they're going to give them decent time, not a year, and then they're right back out doing the same things. Or covertly still doing the same things with people that come and visit them. Some kind of way they've got to give these people more time because the crimes are devastating to the people whose identity they steal. But if they are just giving them a little short time, they come right back out and they do the same things. So I have been taking the L's because I've decided I want to make this my life's work. Catching these little, what do you call them? Identity theft people? Fraud workers is what I like to call them. And the people that help them, the people that work in the courthouses, the corrupt clerks, the corrupt judges that take bribes, the corrupt Cindy Stewart is a county clerk, and people that work within the systems that take oaths that are supposed to be doing the right thing. So this week, what I'm going to do is follow up on that postal worker and see if he's legit, if he is truly a postal worker. I'm going to call Amazon and ask them about this Amazon truck and find out. They can tell because everything has smart this, smart that. So when I take pictures and I write the dates and the times down of when I see these vehicles, I want to know the person, what they look like that works that route, that was in this neighborhood yesterday driving up the wrong way, a one-way street. And once I start getting to authenticate the people that are in this neighborhood, I can further see what kinds of formal crimes are being committed by people who are impersonating postal workers, delivery drivers, etc. Right. So this is really exhausting, and the system is really, really behind. If you turn in your phone records and you say, she sent me these text messages, is it their protocol to automatically check and make sure that the phones haven't been cloned, they aren't cutting and pasting these messages? You understand? Or did they just, buy a phone, clone my phone, and then send messages to themselves to make it appear that I said those things? And it's overwhelming, but I'm up for the challenge. So, whoever you are, if you are cloning my phone, if you are creating bogus documents, I'm pretty sure that still falls under a hate crime, a RICO crime. As an activist, I am protected just like the homosexuals. That would be a hate crime. As a spiritual leader, that would be a hate crime against a spiritual leader. And those are all RICO crimes, which are punishable by federal time. So I want to say that to you because I believe you have my phone cloned and you're listening right now. So just to let you know and to reaffirm, I don't know this young guy over here at the Jamaican People's House at the newly painted pastel greenhouse with the white trim. Now, when I was going to the gym, they sent he looked like a teenager to get in the hot tub with me. And he kept doing things with his phone. I said, I don't want to be in your pictures. I believe they sent that young guy to the gym to get in the hot tub with me and to take pictures, recordings and stuff, and to try to make it seem like we were together at the gym. So I got out of the hot tub and just moved to another area. I left my glasses laying there. He got out of the hot tub and followed me over to the swimming pool to tell me I left my glasses. Leave me alone, little boy, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Leave me alone. So, because this is a public place, you have to pay your membership to get in there. And they have this 7 day, you can get like a week free to come and check out EOS Gym. It's pretty awesome. They have towel service, they have these massage tables. It's a really nice gym. But three people, four. I have four instances where people were coming there to invade my space, basically. And the scariest one was when the Spanish lady and man got in the hot tub with me. And I think he dropped something down in the hot tub. Maybe they were going to stab me and just take me under the water. And all of this is on their videos there at the gym. The other time, the black girl, a black lady, came into the sauna room with me, and there were three Caucasian women in the sauna with me as well. And I took a picture of her and put it on the internet because I'm pretty sure that lady was there for me, but I didn't know her intention and I felt very uncomfortable. So I just left. And then a guy with the Omega Sci-Fi colors. I couldn't tell if it had the Omega Sci-Fi logo because there are a couple of churches that use the purple and the gold, which is the same color scheme as the Omega Sci-Fi. But the Omega Sci-Fi, my brother is a part of that organization for life. He got himself branded on his arm. He has two horseshoes on his arm, like with a hot branding iron, like they used to do cattle. Maybe they still do. And the other one, I think, was Paul. I was over there squatting, and he came over to squat too. Now, I have not seen Paul in 20 years, so that's why I say I think that was Paul Hanner Jr. I ain't seen Paul since I was pregnant. Not for him to say, hey, Aileen, and, hey, I saw a person that I thought was Paul's son a couple of years ago at Grand Wash, and a lady that resembled me, that might have been his sister, might have been one of his wives. I don't know. He didn't say, hey, this is Paul, and she didn't introduce herself. It was a weird interaction, so I was like, what are they doing? They seem to be having some kind of argument or strife. One car was parked perpendicular, one car was parked parallel, blocking the other car in, kind of like a T. One car was pulled in the proper way, the other car was pulled across, blocking the properly parked car from backing out. So that looked like an altercation to me. And then they had a tow truck coming. And the lady was talking to me like we were family or something. Like, you didn't stop the tow truck. Why you didn't tell the tow truck to come here? And I'm looking at her like, why is she talking to me like we're family? We're here together. And I know she's got a tow truck coming. Now, she did say she lost her keys. But a lot of times when couples are arguing, the other party has their keys and they didn't want them to leave or whatever. And sometimes people are playing games and trying to include you in their foolishness. And I don't get in people's foolishness. I will pray, but that's as much as I'm going to do. So why was it my job to tell the tow truck driver to come there? Tow truck drivers are in and out of the streets every day. If he missed you, guess what? He got the address. He going to double back around. Or you're going to call and say, hey, what's taking you so long? He's going to get to you. You don't need my interaction to tell the tow truck nothing. I'm here checking on my daughter and my clothes. And she was there talking with my daughter. And I was like, is she trying to make it seem like she's here with my daughter? I'm trying to figure out if you're over here trying to pretend to be me, if you're trying to kidnap my daughter, if you are, pretending to be my daughter's mom, and you're going to have them pull the video footage and say, see, we were together here at Grand Wash. And so I got things that I need to be thinking about, not, you know, handling you and your lost keys if you really lost them. I thought you were lying. So I guess I really got on live to say last night at 2:02, as soon as I woke up, this car crunk up. And I'm like, well, they have high-tech scanners? They can tell I'm asleep? Do they have devices with that imaging, the thermal imaging, that can tell them that I'm asleep? As soon as I woke up, the car crunk up and my daughter jumped up and went to the bathroom. So all of that was too synchronized for me to consider that a coincidence. And I told my daughter how I was thinking, and she's like, Mom, again, I wouldn't do that to you. Just because your children say something, children can lie. Men lie, women lie, humans lie. So I hurt her, but I still have to reserve in my heart that if it feels weird, there's something wrong. And I'm not the part that's wrong. And I've got to figure it out. So I told my daughter, we're going to go get the recliner and just put the recliner against the door. I guess I have to sleep in the recliner against the door since I'm the one having the problem. And so that's what it's going to be. I'll be sleeping in front of the door. So now y'all know where I am. So I guess I'm going to just finish this live out. And is there anything more I need to say? The gray car that appeared, I wrote down the license plate and everything. I've seen the little skinny black guy that's in it. He has dreadlocks. He looks a bit unkept from afar anyway. And do I need to say more about that? No. I guess he's living in the house on the corner of, what is that, 32nd? That's 31st, so that's 32nd Street. It's either that's 30th, that's 31st, so that has to be 32nd Street, going towards 34th. So, what I'm trying to say to you is you see your neighbors, you see people in your neighborhood, the way these criminal rings work, they move into the neighborhood. They might be renting rooms from these people in your neighborhood. Everybody's trying to get a little extra cash. They come and they'll rent rooms in the neighborhood for a period of time so that they can study the mark, whoever the mark is. And these covens work the same way. They may do this for several years until they have stolen all the people money, if that's the goal, or if they have married a person clandestinely to another person. I don't know how many years it takes for you to get your citizenship, but let's say they done married me to Raul. Thul. Thul is one of the names that keeps coming up in my situation. I don't know who they married me to. I have speculations, but I don't know. In 2020, Lawrence Alexander Cambridge walked in the house and said, well, maybe I'll marry you one day, kind of like out of the blue. But then he allegedly died July July 13th of 2020, right? We ain't never gonna get married. Now, after Lawrence allegedly died, and he might have faked his death, I don't know the truth. All I know is they came and picked him up in a non-emergency vehicle, non-emergency ambulance, with a couple of police officers, and Adam from a one of those home health programs. He said he was a registered nurse. And I never saw him again. Never saw Lawrence again. Rita told me by phone that her daddy died on July 13th of 2020. So I don't know if he's dead or not. They asked me to leave the house. Now, Johnny Will Lofton in what, 2021? Might have been 2022, right before he got evicted from River Pines Apartments. He came in very, very drunk and said, "Do you want to get married?" And I'm like, "Hell no. You around here calling me ugly bitch, fat bitch, stupid bitch, and then you want to ask me if I want to marry you? Hell no." So I don't know if they did some kind of fraudulent marriage. Johnny Will Lofton. So I don't know who the husband is. Abraham Vada Jones could have done a fraudulent marriage. A lot of these men, if they're military, they want to get married to somebody so that they can get a spousal allowance or something. So they might have people, that do this as a job. If you're a veteran, then you marry this person and you'll get extra money from the government. If you adopt their children, you get extra money from the government. And they're doing this behind people's backs. Some of them do it to buy these use a VA loan or something, or a HUD loan to get houses. And you might have a baby with this man, but you didn't go nowhere and marry him. So you hang around him. He come pick up the kid, go through your wallet, get your ID, give it to his girlfriend, his sister, his other baby mama, and they go get married in your name, and you don't even know you married because you got good credit. You understand me? So now they buy a house. The house got your name on it, and you got a house in your name. When you gonna find out? When you go to get a house, and they're like, "Well, you don't have enough. Your credit to something ratio is off." So you go and pull your credit, and you see, "Oh, well, wait a minute. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me." They done lived a whole life off of your back. And so Paul Hanna Jr. is a veteran. John Waldron is a veteran. Thomas Stewart is a veteran. James Johnson is a veteran. Abraham Potter Jones is a veteran. Joe C. Thomas is a veteran. Who else do I know? Like, I don't know nobody but veterans. Did I miss anybody? Clarence Joseph Washington Jr. is a veteran. Who else is there? Johnny Will Lofton drove trucks. He's a retired truck driver. Let's see. I guess that's pretty much everybody I know. So I've never been married. So I don't know how many times they done used my name to marry. Back in 2000, James McCaskill Jr. He worked for some kind of eyeglass making company or lab. As far as I know, he is not a veteran. I said Thomas Stewart. I said Paul. So I don't know. They could have married me in intervals. My brother, I think he's a slimy enough person. He might have married me. We have the same last name, but when you're dealing with people that are corrupt, what does it matter? A person with the same last name could get married. If you go to get married, they're not going to check and see if that's your brother that's marrying you. So he and that fat girl, Juliet, might have got married using my name. And now he has legal access to make decisions for me. So I don't know what the truth is, but I can tell you I went to the 13th Judicial Circuit Court to get it. And the clerks lied to me. They lie to me all the time. So that makes me feel and think that there is some formal paperwork that says she cannot make decisions for herself. Now, what kind of paperwork exists that would take away your ability to make decisions for yourself? Power of attorney. conservatorship, and I don't know what else. But if you cannot make decisions for yourself, you can't research for yourself, how do you ever get the truth? So 40000 on the timer. So I still need help. The people that I asked to help me, they are obviously contacting these people and lying against me. And a lot of people, if they're trying to help you, they're trying to help you, but they don't want to get into heavy details to help you. So if somebody comes to present them with problems while they're trying to help you, they may abandon helping you. But the people that I contacted to help me are sturdy people who exhibit vigilance. So I'm hoping and praying Chris is not going to abandon me because of some lies that somebody has told him. I'm praying and hoping that Attorney Stevenson isn't going to abandon me because of lies. And Neely Fuller Jr., if nothing else, I need you to be praying for me. I heard that you made it and you're still alive. So that means you were able to fight against the witchcraft. So help me. Don't abandon me. I told you the truth and I have not changed my position. I don't know who is raping my life and defaming my character. I know that my family is a part of it. It appears that every man that I've ever had a child with is a part of it. And it appears that the men that I have dated since, I'm going to say I graduated from USF 1996. When did I graduate? Well, let me say, after I left the University of South Florida as an employee in 1999, everybody that I dated since 2000 is a part of it. They are a part of a soft coven that came together to defame my character so that they can steal my resources, utilize my good credit, and my properties and businesses that they done set up in my name. I did not have any active businesses. Eclectic Learning and Earning, SOS Books and More, those were inactive businesses. So these people may be going to college under my name. And Letitia Karima Penn came to mind immediately because she thinks she ain't got to go 2 more years to get her bachelor's degree before she goes to law school. Now, if she goes back to the Virgin Islands, she might be able to take her AA degree and go straight to law school. I don't know how they do it over there, but here in the United States, you have to have a bachelor's degree before you go to law school, as far as I know, unless something has changed. So she only has an AA degree. And I'm assuming she graduated from Hillsborough Community College. Sheritol 77K. Geritol 77K. I don't know why I'll be trying to decode people's Sharita, somebody born in 1977. Do I know this person? No. Is this a real person or is this one of those fake accounts that somebody's hiding behind? It's a real person, okay. I don't have time to do that right now. So that's basically okay. Staying off the grid. I'm looking at the comments now because definitely some of the people that are commenting are going to be making fake accounts. So I like to read and I will go further into it when God tells me to, staying off the grid. Hello, gay lady. She's so gay. Sheritol77 says Fuck. And Dwayne, Adlam, hold back the disrespect. Hassan Raza says Kia, Krho. Gonzo, how about Diddy? You seem like you know a lot about Diddy. Okay, so that's all the comments that are in this live. So basically, I need some better technology, and I'm ready to strike out and move around more because they follow me, and that's a wonderful way to draw people into criminal behavior. So I need a GoPro Cam Pro for the front and the back. And when I go out, I'm just going to be on live the entire time. And that will record the cars that follow me as well as the people that follow me. And this forensic information can be used by FBI, CIA, DEA, ATF, because a lot of these people are connected to rings that sell organs, that sell guns, that sell drugs, that, you know, do sinister things. So I'm looking forward to this as my life's work. That's pretty much it. I am signing out at 12:59 p.m. Today is Thursday, January the 16th, 2025. Hotep.